Okay.
There we go. Now we're on.
Okay, well, welcome everyone. It's so great to have you on tonight in the US, and there's a bunch of Aussies over here that'll also be on daytime here in Australia on Monday morning. So we're so glad that you are with us as we present to you what has been a life-changing opportunity for our health, and also when it comes to wealth creation, as we're passionate about that for people as well.
Yeah,
My name's
absolutely.
Vanessa.
And I'm Andrew.
And today we're going to present to you what we would just call one of the most incredible opportunities that has come into our world in the last 4 or 5 months, but really been around and available to people for around about the 5-year mark and the 20-year mark when it comes to Lifewave itself. So you're going to see on the screen this picture that says, "Have you been patched yet?" And this is a question that we were just chatting actually to a few friends. That question is coming up more and more as people are watching people with this small, incredible, looks a little bit like just a Band-Aid that you would maybe pop on after a blood test or something. But this is called an X39 patch right here. And you'll see in the image that the girl has this patch on her shoulder, her arm, but it can really go anywhere. This is what we do with it. We just take off the back and we just pop it anywhere, particularly on that first day you get patched. If there's a point of a health challenge or pain in your body, then you are welcome to pop that patch right on. Give us a wave if you've been patched already. Otherwise, many of you are just curious about this today as you explore this technology. So what we're talking about here is a product from Lifewave, a company called Lifewave, and it is a stem cell activation, reactivation patch that you can pop anywhere on your body to help your own body begin to heal. So we're just going to present a little bit of the technology, then we're going to share a few stories with you, and then we'll dive into the business,
Absolutely.
right? So why don't you just share with what it's really been like for us to patch the last few months?
Yeah, for us, it's been a complete game changer. So on both levels, our health. So for us, well, for me personally, my energy has gone through the roof, which is amazing. My clarity and focus. I never been diagnosed with ADD, but everyone my whole life has told me I've had it, and that has really settled in helping me to actually focus on my nervous system. I have had a sleep apnea machine for over 1.5 years, and I've been off that now for 2 to 3 months, and sleeping through the night, having the best sleep I've had in 15 years. Skin has cleared up, has been amazing. Pain, I've only been to the osteopath twice in 5 months now, and really just because I did something to myself and had needed a correction. Other than that, I haven't had the pain like I usually get, and usually I go every 2 weeks. So it has been for us in our health, and then just overall feeling so much better as a result. And so for me, that's been one of the health benefits from this product, which I just can't believe how good it's been.
We've been patching our whole family since we were introduced from Andrew's best friend. We came back to Australia to relocate our whole family from North America, being there for nearly 9 years, and we came to take care of our parents. And in that process, we were introduced to Lifewave, and our best mate called and said, "Have you been patched yet? And have you heard of the X39 patch?" Immediately, intuitively, we just knew it was a full-bodied yes to what this was for both our health and also for the opportunity to share.
I would say, though, because we're Australians, we're a lot more skeptical than you Americans. I love I love the bigness of thinking and mindset of America. Here, everything is always a little bit more you know, this sounds too good to be
It's-
true. And honestly, this sounds too good to be true. I'm like, this patch really does that. But I trusted my best mate, and honestly, we're getting the results. So it was a full-blown yes after I asked my friend, okay, this is legit, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's
in the
like,
presentation. By the end of the presentation, it was a full-blown yes, but we were doing a lot of that pushing and pulling in the initial connection around it. But listen, our family's now been patching, from my mom, my father, who we really couldn't get out of bed, is now walking to the shops, and my mom, who's always had challenges with lymphedema and diabetes, and she's just moving and mobile in ways she wasn't. Mental health issues in our family are really starting to find some amazing freedom. And then personally, again, just so much inflammation and so much pain from years of car accidents. Haven't taken any anti-inflammatory since the day I started patching, and we've just got story after story. But we want to really just dive into a little bit more about what this patch is and what it does and where it came from. And so we love the heart of really the inventor and the CEO, which actually is exciting to see the same person whose baby this invention is also still the leader of this company 20 years on. And so he has 130 patents to his name, and that is really exciting. He's very well known, won a lot of awards when it comes to any in the biotech industry especially, and he's always been passionate about age reversing. And so early days, he was actually engaged by the US military to help the Navy SEALs stay awake in submarines when they weren't seeing light on their bodies for over 6 months.
True.
And so what he wanted to do was keep them awake and alert and fit and active without having exposure to the sun. So he developed the whole light therapy technology, where even without exposure to sun and heat and light and fresh air, our own bodies emit that heat and light that was going to activate this particular technology in this patch. So his first patch was called an energy enhancer. At that point, then war broke out and funding went often into weaponry and then no longer into research and development. But he was able to take the patent for this particular technology, and then he released the energy enhancer in the US, those of you on from the US, to your swim team, where Michael Phelps won the Olympics, or the swimming, which the Aussies that are on were so shocked by that, and so much challenge there. Anyway, he was actually wearing, and they were all wearing, the energy enhancer patch. So it's got lots of credibility in the athletic field as well. He went on to really do his research on stem cell reactivation, and 4 years ago, released the X39 patch after a few generations of patches. And this is what he invested his own money, took it to market, and it's literally blowing the world by storm, really, with what it's doing to help bodies heal. All the patents are there. You can do a huge deep dive into what that means. Basically, simply, it means if it's recognized with an official patent, then it does what it says it will do. And what it says and commits to doing is to actually reactivate and revitalize your copper peptides, elevating those in your body, and that begins to reawaken your own stem cells. It's an incredible technology. So many people want to dive deep, and we love when people do that, but we also say at the same time, just get a patch on you. And while the patch and your body's doing what it's designed to do, then you can also keep researching what this means, because it's very exciting. So here's why we wear it. Tell us why, because this was your revelation, right? So,
well, yeah, I didn't know doctors, and I love doctors. I have friends that are doctors. We're not anti-medicine or anything like that. But what they don't tell us is that half our stem cells have deactivated by the age 30. We're way past that now. And by 60, they're completely stopped. And that's why we see a lot of the degenerative conditions in people at around that age. And so I want my stem cells working. I scientifically and biblically, for those of us that are Christians, it's been proven that our bodies were meant to live 120 plus years. And so I want to live as long as I can with good health and every other area. So for us, this is like for the price of less than a coffee a day. I can have that. And that's what we're seeing. And so it's anti-aging. It's not just age reversal, it's anti-aging, which is something that we were super interested in. You can share.
So what we have here is, this is called phototherapy. The actual technology that is in here is called, it's actually called photobiomodulation, but just call it phototherapy, call it light therapy, call it what you want. It's the same as basically having exposure to a med bed or one of those ultra red light therapies that really get way down into the cellular level of your body. It's reflecting your own light to activate. This is nanocrystals in here, so nothing is going through the skin, all the blood. It's non-transdermal, so it will not contraindicate any medication you are on outside of, if you are currently, the day of receiving chemotherapy, that would be the day we would say, and David would say, don't add the X39 in, but as soon as that treatment's finished, you can pop that on. Or if you were right now had an anti-rejection drug from an organ transplant, because it's just going to contraindicate as your own stem cells wake up, and yet that treatment is doing something different.
And can I say, this is working with the heat of your own body. So you don't need to be outside in the sun for this to work. This is using your own heat to get your stem cells operating again, which is really important. The benefits of X39, there are so many benefits. We've worked with over 200 people now, and the results we're seeing are amazing. It's complete to their bodies. So it's going to work differently for everybody, but here's a lot of what we see. Increased strength, reduced inflammation. A lot of people don't realize that inflammation, that's where all the diseases and all those things operate from. So that is a huge positive to what this does for us. Increased stamina, energy and vitality. We've also heard of testosterone going up in many people. And so love that. Mental clarity. For those of us that either had COVID or had to take the vaccine, whatever, and that COVID fog, I know for me, that went within a week when I was taking this and has never come back. So we're seeing that in so many different people's areas of their life. The restored muscle and skeletal conditions, improvement of sleep, improvement of skin appearance. Collagen is operating not just on the outside, although that's brilliant, it's also working on the inside as well. And collagen is so important to our organs and other parts of our body. And so seeing that physical, mental health, it is working in people's lives.
We've seen so much hair growth for people personally, but also for people, literally like people that were losing their hair start to come back to their natural color as well. So again, all indications of what's going on the inside of people's bodies. So this is basically what happens. We say as soon as you pop a patch on you, the very first day, 4,000 of your genes begin to wake up. So a lot of amazing, beautiful, life-giving energy going on in your body. At 6 weeks, your brain is beginning to balance, and we've got all the research to really show and prove this. But what we are seeing is it's at that point, even for our daughter after 3 concussions and all the migraines and all the, even just what was going on mentally for her, there was some real incredible balance that began to come. Learning difficulties for children even who've been diagnosed on the spectrum, some wonderful, wonderful results for that too. And as Andrew said, collagen, and then the heart reversal. Every day right now, we're getting people message us like around their blood pressure and what's going on in their heart, and then doctors' results, and then their heart age compared to their natural age is actually been incredible to listen to. And this is the heart of the inventor, that really there's a sovereignty that's going to come around your health as you get this all healthy on the inside. So you wear it so simply, and that's what we love. If you are in any way, shape or form a little overwhelmed with what supplements to take and what to take every day to help optimize your health, or the discipline or the habits, all very important.
Or you just love simple.
That's what I mean. If it's overwhelming and you love simple, it's a patch. And that's what you do. You literally just wake up and patch yourself.
So you put on for 12 hours because that's where your stem cells are operating and regenerating, and then you take it off for 12 hours because you need your body to rest. And so it's as simple as that. We have other support patches that we'll explain later on that help with other aspects and issues of really supercharging this healing process.
Yeah.
And that usually goes on top of or at night, but we explain that later on. But the superstar patch, the David Beckham patch, that's what I call it. It's 12 hours on, 12 hours off. It's that simple.
Yeah, and you're going to drink a load of water just because there's a lot of activity going on, and a good electrolyte if you have it. But it's as simple as that. When you take it off, we always say you can put it on a plant or put it on your pet's bed, because it also has a little bit of energy left in it as well. So it is simple. And what we love about that is if people are overwhelmed or stuck physically or mentally in their life, even emotionally, a patch on then begins to wake them up in a way that then they'll start putting some of those other healthy practices into place. Sometimes patch is the first thing people need to do.
100%.
Right?
That's what's worked for us in our health journey, especially since coming back to Australia.
Yeah.
It's kickstarted other areas of our health, and which has been really positive.
So we are going to pause on this for a moment, and we're going to hear from a few people's stories, because it's literally changing people's lives. And what matters to you won't necessarily, what you hear from them may not be what matters to you right now, but we want you to be inspired. And also we want you to think of people as you're listening to these stories.
Absolutely.
This may not be exactly the testimony you need, but someone else might have this. And what it does on your body is going to be so different than what it does on mine or Andrew's, because when your stem cells wake up, we can't guarantee where they're going to go to work first.
And that's part of the exciting journey of this, is when you patch, you don't know what it's going to affect first. And so being on the other side of that, we're always like, tell us what's happening so we can celebrate with you.
So we are first going to hear from Mike and Ellen over there, and we cannot wait to hear their story. So would you just unmute, and we can't wait for you to share. We love what's happening over the last month.
Hey, everybody. I'm Mike, and I've been patching for about a month, and I wasn't sure, obviously I wasn't sure what to expect. And looking back now, though, over the last 4 weeks, I've had a number of results in several areas. I would say in that first week, I noticed a little bump in my mental acuity, a little more stamina mentally. And actually, my wife observed that I was feeling better, just like my affect was pleasant longer in the day, rather than petering out by dinner and being done. And so she had noticed that. I have sleep apnea as well, and so I'm looking forward to more results. But my sleep has changed, and so it's not consistent yet. Like it's not, but I've had some definite changes in my sleep, that positive changes, where I know that I've slept better, and I'm looking forward to that becoming more consistent. And so, but the most remarkable result that I've had, which was one that I didn't realize I had, because it has to do with pain. I'm an orthopedic mess, and knees and shoulders from just years of intense competitive sports to this day. And I have constant shoulder pain. It's constant discomfort, and it's downright pain, a third of the time. Sleep is the hardest on my shoulders, where I relax and then they fall back. And the first couple hours of being up, it's just like getting them going. And one day in the second week of patching, it just hit me. My shoulders don't hurt. And I can't tell you when it happened. I don't know when it happened, because it just, it wasn't on my mind. But my shoulders don't hurt. And so I was like, I marvel at that. So being the really smart guy that I am, I really hammered it out at the gym on my shoulders. I'm like, all right, I'm going to see how this works. I'm going to see how, is this really the real deal? And so I was really hard on my shoulders. And I can't believe that my shoulders still don't hurt from an injured kind of hurt. Now I still have some discomfort and whatnot, like post workout, and if I get towards the edge of my range of motion under a load, yeah, there's a little bit of pain there. But when I'm talking about like the pain from the injuries that I've had over the years, that's not there. It's not there. And I'll say this about that, and that'll be the last thing I share. The inflammation's gone too, and how I know that is that I can feel things going on in my shoulder that I haven't felt in my shoulder ever. It's really crazy, because when I move my shoulder around, I can feel things happening in there that all this, and this occurred to me last week. I was doing a little work and I was overhead with my hands, and I could feel some grinding and some clicking and some things going on. I was like, well, I knew that I had issues in there, but I never could feel it to that specifically. And so that tells me that the inflammation is down. And that I'm able to, so that's really exciting. That's happening. And so that result alone is really remarkable for me. And so I'm excited about the other things that I stumble on. Oh yeah, this is, so thanks for letting me share.
I'll just jump in. It's been really fun to see him feel good again. I'm Ellen, and we've been patching, I think, about a month now. We'll just call it April Fool's Day, right? It was not a joke. And I was thinking yesterday that I had made a list of all of our ailments. Rather than looking for what might happen, I wish that I had made a list of every single one of the problems, because one by one, they're being checked off, right? My hope was that I could better manage stress. We have a lot of chaos in our home. We've got some kids with some special needs, right? And it's entrepreneur life, so structure, as much as we try to have it, when there's not a lot of structure, it's just it's chaos, right? And I want order and logic and predictable routine in my own life. And it's just not where we are right now. And so I noticed after about a week, probably, that they weren't on my nerves so bad. And I love them, but my nerves are shot a lot of the time, right? And so that's better. I'm feeling more creative rather than reactive to my situations. I applied for a job. It was fun to write a cover letter. Like, I feel like I could participate in the world again, rather than just making the best of it, right? And that's not who I am, to make the best of things. So I'm excited about that. Our son's 11, and we've begun patching him about a week ago. We gave it a few weeks on ourselves. And he says when he gets in the bed at night that he feels like it's 11 p.m. and our bedtime is 7:30. He's ready to sleep. Prior to patching, and it's not consistent every night, but prior to patching, he was up every 30, 45 minutes, trying to go to sleep, thinking he needed to check on something. We've got some OCD and some mental conditions. So it's cool. Our daughter with migraines, she's not had one since she's begun patching yet for us to know how they'll help when she has a migraine, but we feel prepared and equipped for it. And it's been really good. Thanks for letting us share.
Thank you for sharing. I'll never forget the first connection to chat about this with you guys, and hearing some of those things that you were believing and hoping would, this would speak to, just as even your belief was there without being patched, because your friends had said what's been happening to them. So that's what this is built on. It is built on this word of mouth. Hey, you need to know what we are experiencing, and thank you for sharing so honestly. And if this is a month Friends,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
imagine just the impact and even the regeneration, Mike, to your point around what we're seeing now, and friends that are canceling hip replacement surgery and things like that is real proof around regeneration. So thank you for sharing, and more to come, more of your story. So
Absolutely.
we're going to hear from Brad over there in Chicago. Love to say hi to you, Brad. Hear your story.
Well, thank you all for letting me share these amazing wins that I'm having. So my wife and I have been patching for about 2.5 months. We were introduced to this amazing life-changing technology by Angel and Stella Colazzo. So we thank them deeply for giving us this opportunity to improve our health. First, we were skeptical. They were talking about this and we're like, what is this really all about? And after we read up on it and we watched some testimonials, we're like, absolutely, let's give it a shot and see what this can do for us. Some of my wins is, some of you may know that I've been in law enforcement now for 18 years, and that takes a toll on your body. Wearing the vest is a mess on your back. And I've had back pain for probably the last 15 to 16 years. Since patching, I have not had any pain. I have not taken any ibuprofen with my back. And that is a huge win, not only because I don't go to work miserable that I need to put this vest on. I actually kind of enjoy going back. So that's my biggest win. Also, when I'm off work, I'm very hyper vigilant. I am very on edge. And this has given me the ability to calm my nerves when I'm off duty and just enjoy life. So that's another big one, is that I'm enjoying my off time because I'm not constantly looking on edge. So that's another big one. Sleep schedule. I work nights. I work when I'm up when it's night out and I sleep when it's day out. So I don't have that sun, that light to activate my body. So this is giving me the ability to get that photo, that light therapy. So that's a huge one, that my sleep schedule. I'm sleeping when I need to sleep and I'm awake when I need to be awake. Dreams. I have had the most vivid dreams, and I can remember 4, 5, 6, 7 dreams a night in entirety. I'm like, you got to hear this. Oh, hear this dream. Oh, I get this other dream for you. So that's been fun to even realize I'm getting this really deep sleep that I never got before. So many friends and family that I could tell stories about how my family's doing, how my friends are doing. There's so many of them, and that we don't have an hour to talk about all these stories. But one funny story, if you say it's funny, we were on family vacation on a cruise, and I saw a guy had the X39 on his back, random stranger in the middle of the Caribbean. And so of course I'm going to be go up and talk to him. Like, hey, I said, how long you been patching? And he said, turns around and he just said, my wife and I have been patching for 7 months. And he just said a couple stories that he had. He goes, it's been life-changing. We had a fun conversation. And he said that he was going to give it 12 months. And he said for 7 months, he's so glad he did. But that's just a little, fun story that you met someone who's on the other side of the world and you see a patch on them. So that was really fun to have a cool conversation. Lastly, just thank you. This is a cool, life-changing, piece of equipment, patch, whatever you want to call it. That's been a huge help. So pass it back to you, Vanessa.
Amazing. Love that. And so I appreciate hearing your story, and thank you for your service with what you do as well.
Yeah.
And just to hear that, to hear like the people their pain's going away, they're getting their life back, they're getting freedom, and in short periods of time. And like you said, that guy 7 months, we've met people 18 months, and just the progression of what happens. It's like for the price of $3.33 a day. Why wouldn't people do this? It shocks me every time when someone decides not to. I'm like, it is just changing people's lives.
So we have one more story. Danica, thank you for being on. We can't wait to hear what's happening on your journey.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Thanks to Stella and Angel for introducing me to I call it my patch life. And I love it. It's so awesome. So a few things that I've noticed. So I started April 1st, similar to that other couple, and I have been documenting it, like every day, like just like really being in tune with my body, right? And like really being focused and paying attention. So energy and focus. So a lot of I'm a very energetic person naturally. But it's a different energy and it has a lot more focus to it. So also have not been diagnosed with ADHD, but I think in America, all of us can somewhat be ADHD. Okay, maybe in Australia too. Just the lifestyle, right? Like the go, 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 and just constant distraction. So I do lack focus, and it's something that I've always struggled with. So I'm telling you, when I want to do something, I do it, and I just have this hyper focus about it. It gets done in like minimum amount of time, and then I just have so much more calm in the day. So that's been a big one for me, that I'm like, I don't feel like, I don't know, it's almost like crawling in sand when you want to do something, like when you have to do something but you don't want to. I can't explain it. I'm sure people on the call can understand. And like, why don't I want to do that? But I get it done, right? I'm getting it done with like no hesitation. So it's something definitely new for me. My mood, again, super always happy. The world is sunny. There's flowers. Like I'm just that type of human being. But I've had this more like jubilee joy. It's just next level joy. Happy, just feeling so alive. Like I can conquer anything. So that's been a lot of fun. Bowel movements, I mean, it is part of our health, right? So I'm a natural regular person, but I mean, I'm like, is this how I'm supposed to be going? Like, it's kind of gross to think that I haven't been going this regular. I'm just saying, maybe too much information for some people on the call, but bowel movements are a part of health. So I feel like I should have shared that. And then my nails. So I have extensions in my hair, so I don't know if my hair has grown, but I wear these like press-on nails, and I took them off the other day, and all my nails were long and like really strong. Never in my life have I had strong nails. I was like, whose nails are these? I'm like, oh my gosh, I had those press-on nails. I didn't realize like they were like getting healthier. So that's cool, because I've always had thin nails and thin hair. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look cute. I'm excited about that. And then the last thing, similar to a lot of people on the call, I've always struggled with migraines. I've always struggled with joint pain. I have hypermobile joint syndrome. Working out is difficult for me. Jumping and landing is difficult for me. So I have to say, it's been kind of a mind F. I don't want to say the bad word, because I'm like, I'm expecting my body to feel pain, and I don't. I just don't feel the pain. And I'm like, I shouldn't lay that way. And I'm like, oh, it doesn't hurt. Or I shouldn't like jump. Oh, that didn't hurt. Like, it's kind of like learning a new normal with, not that I don't have it, but it's very minimal. So it's just so cool to like almost have a life that I never knew I had, because I've struggled with chronic pain since teenage years. So that's my testimony. Thank you for letting me share.
We love it, all of it, all of it. A new normal and a relearning. It's a perfect way to describe it. So thank you so much. And our hope and prayer as you listen to these stories is, if it can happen for people that we're hearing from, it will happen for you. What your body does when your stem cells start to wake up, it's nothing but exciting and hopeful to notice and start to see what that means for you. And so we just can't wait to get you started if you're not already started. And we're just going to share one last few minutes. It was a 30-minute presentation. If you need to go, feel free to go. This will be recorded, just because the important part now is for you to understand how financially viable this is, to make sure you're patching every day, or if you truly need another flow of income into your family, into your hands, into your heart for whatever you need to do, then this company does both. So we're just going to share these last few minutes on that, and that will be something you also can just chat to your brand partner that introduced you for more of this detail. But everything you've just heard and everything we've just presented, deeper dives happen at thisisit.info.com. There's incredible stories there. There's doctors talking, integrative doctors talking. There's just everything you need and to share with others is there. So we always say you don't need to know anything actually, except I've been patched and you need to be patched. It's as simple in this as
Completely.
that. And so that's what's been happening for us, as a few hundred people in our world have been touched, because a few months ago we said yes to being patched ourselves. And so Andrew's just going to dive into this just for the last few minutes.
So yeah, this is a now 20-year-old company. So it wasn't just started yesterday and all still proving itself. It has been around for 20 years, and this patch, particularly X39, has now been around for just over 3 years. So this is why the growth of the company has been so incredible, because it went from 20 million in 2020 to 2021 to 320 million, 2022 to 430 million. It's going to go beyond this year to $500 million company. So this is in over 75 countries now. We have multiple teams now in over 5, 6, 7 countries. And so even with what this is doing, it's changing lives everywhere. And it's not a Me Too product. It's not like, oh, you have this supplement, I have that supplement, I have this oil, you have that oil. And those things are all great. We encourage people to take. It's not a or, it's an and product.
Yes.
That's what I love about this. It's not, you have to stop doing all the other things to do this. It's no, you add this into your protocol of what you're doing, but no one else has it. So from a business perspective, this has a 16, 17 year patent on it. And what I love is that probably by the time we get close to that, he'll create the next level of this, which is going to be incredible. So from a business perspective, no one else can do this. And anything else that's out there is fake. It's false. Wouldn't touch it from a, from a 10-foot barge pole. When it comes to people claiming that they have something like this, don't touch it if there is, because this is not this product.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's the #1 momentum company in the network marketing space, and then we're in the #1 team in that, which is just amazing. And there's some stats there. So the important question we ask everyone, Vanessa and I are also reinvention coaches. We're also consultants to churches and charities with our what we've done over the last 25 plus years. One of the things we're seeing with people is that financially they're struggling. And we work with specifically people from around 40 plus, and especially in the 60 plus and at different levels, people are needing more finance. And so we ask them, what's important to you? Your family, your time, freedom. I know that's for us. And that's why all of our companies are online that we're building. So we can be doing it from anywhere in the world. And this product and this company gives you that. So you can be anywhere in the world and be helping people and running this company. Security, something that matters to you. Travel, I know for us, we love traveling. And this company also offers that with incentives, which is pretty cool. Better health. We want to live as long as we can and be as healthy as we can. And less debt, especially going into this next chapter of all of this, where this world is going economically. We want to have less debt as possible. What's your why? And maybe it's all of those things. Maybe it's a few of those things. They're great to ask ourselves.
Yeah, we love chatting to people who are partnering with us about their why, so we can help you create, and your brand partner will do the same, what it is that you desire to create. Do you just want to cover your own costs? Then we'll help that happen. And if you'd rather really share and build, and this literally the income that's come from this company while we've been relaunching some other companies has funded our family over the last 4 months. It's been an incredible blessing to our world, on top of other things that we're doing. So it's really simple.
To grow. So we love this compensation plan. It's one of the best compensation plans, if not the best I've ever seen. So basically by sharing, you won't be able to help yourself but share this. And really, I say to people, all the people we meet are kind people. If you're kind, you're going to want to help other people with this as well. And so as you share, you can be compensated from that. And with this particular compensation plan and with the binary structure, you can be earning up to $25,000 a week US with this as you grow this business, which is just incredible. That's just one way you can get paid. The second is matching bonuses. And so as you reach out to someone and they become a brand partner, and then they reach out to someone, you're receiving 25% off them, and then not off them particularly, but off the company, how they
Yes.
compensate, because it's a generous company. And then as they share 20% off those people, and 20% off those people of matching bonuses, this accumulates very quickly.
It's the power of leveraged income, and no one, not one of our friends, is paying this to us. This is how the company rewards. They chose direct selling on purpose to get this in as many hands as people as possible, because people share with people. And so we love the flow back. So
It's an
it's
amazing
really
structure.
simple how to get started. Your brand partner that introduced you or invited you tonight will just flick you through a order form that is here, and it's online as well. And you can even do this online. You have an app. You're running the business from anywhere, like Andrew said, around the world.
It's an incredible structure. And with our teams, if you want to start sharing and building a second or third income, and we all need multiple streams of income now.
Yeah.
And it's not just for those of us, you know, in our 40s plus. My kids want
Yeah.
multiple
They're
streams
doing
of
this.
income.
They're sharing.
My 14-year-old is looking at how she can do it, let alone my 21. So it's for all of us. And so this gives us that opportunity. So we offer 3 basic essential packs. Is silver, if it's just for your health, and all of our brand partners, if it's just about your health, that's what we want to focus on with you, because we want to get you healthy. If it's about your health and your wealth, and maybe when you get healthy, you can start sharing at another level. Well, then we start with the silver when it's more just about your health. If it's just about getting healthy, helping maybe you and your partner, your spouse, maybe one of your children, you get 3 months worth, 3 sleeves with that. Your brand
3
partner
months and 30.
of X39, which is the superstar patch, to get you started, to get your testimony like you're hearing. For those of you that are a bigger family or wanting to start building the business as well, well, then the gold pack at $4.99. You get 5 sleeves, 5 months worth, plus one of the support patches, which your brand partner will go into with you at $4.99. And you can start earning from that, those unlimited amounts as you build your business. And so really great for families, as I said, or people who just want to start with the business. And then the third option is the diamond pack, which is what we call the entrepreneur pack. Those of you like us who resonate with, hey, I want to start building a couple of thousand to 10,000 a month to beyond, to have as another stream of income. And I have a network, I have friends, I have family where people could benefit from this, could see results from this, and also probably wanting to build this as well. Well, then you get 19 X39 sleeves that, again, you can mix and match. Your brand partner will talk to you more about that. But to be able to start getting that out, looking after your household and beyond, maybe like what we did, my mother, her mother, my auntie, to get them getting their testimony. But also what this does is it ranks you for 3 months at the senior director level, which means any time that you bring someone else on at diamond, you'll receive 500 back. So on the gold, you'll receive 100, silver, you'll receive 50. On the diamond, you'll receive 500 for that first 3 months. And the whole goal is to help you to rank to senior director within that 3 months. You're receiving that from there. Now, most of the people we work with, probably 80% are with the diamond pack, that also want to receive their investment back within 2 to 4 weeks. And that's what we work hard with everyone who wants to run with this and get this out there and help people to receive their investment back within 4 weeks. So they're your 3 options. And again, if it's just about your health, go silver. If it's about a bit of both, go gold. And if you really want to run at this, go at diamond, because we help you to get your investment back fast. Remember, it's $3.33 at wholesale like this, these package prices for a patch. It's a no-brainer to most people getting started on this, and the results speak. And so we're excited to work with you, with Stella and Angel, and Joanna and others who are part of the different teams that are starting to grow, to be able to see you really benefit from this in your health and your wealth, and to receive freedom so that you can choose. And so we're excited to be a part of that with you.
So lastly, we just want to say, when you do, if you choose to share, there's incredible support. And really, it's a support to share or build your business. If you share with 4 people, 4 people share with 4 people, and that pretty much ranks you as senior director. The exciting thing for our team all over the world, the Lifewave company itself has an incentive trip starting today for you guys, Monday for you guys in the USA, and tonight for us here in Australia. And if you share with 4 people, they share with 4 people, and those 2 people share with another 4 people, literally that in the next 5 months allows you 2 free tickets to Punta Cana if you're in the United States. So who wants to go on a vacation? Just share with people you love and let them come on a vacation with you. And so we get to go to Vietnam out of Australia, but you guys get to go to Punta Cana. And this is what the company is all about: relationships, friendships, building together, growing together, health, wellness, having fun together. And so this is your time. And we really mean that, like really, truly, we want to see you well and vibrant and healthy and healing and on the journey, impacting a whole lot of other people. So you do have incredible brand partners, even the names we didn't mention on here, that are really, really passionate about this for so many reasons for their life, but they want to hear what awakens in you as you hear this presentation. So we will stop the recording. This can be shared with anyone, and anyone that you love will be sending it to, or your partners, just to share out. And we're going to stay on for a few more minutes.
Can I say, the faster you get on, the faster you get your patches. So it's amazing when people then cross over with the decision. They're like, when do I get my patches? And sometimes we're like, you took so long to make the decision. You're going to have to wait X amount of time. Faster you do it, faster you get your patches, the faster you get your results, and you can start sharing with, I'm sure everyone here has someone vulnerable in their life with their health that they want to help, to get this to somebody else, to start seeing them recover and to start living with freedom in their own health, and then of course their wealth as they choose. So encourage you to get onto this as soon as you can to your brand partner, and let's go.
So we're going to stop recording. Thanks for being on.